Hey, welcome back everyone. It's only on PlayStation VR 2. I hope you guys are enjoying this new content and this new look and style of the channel. Um, PlayStation VR 2 news just keeps on coming. We're 11 days shy away from the release of this remarkable PlayStation VR 2 headset, VR headset. And here's something interesting that I have find out about PlayStation VR 2, and I think this is a pretty cool feature uh, for some of us. Now, keep in mind when you first start a setup of your PlayStation VR 2, you will have to use your television to do so. But after you finish setting up your television, then after that, you'll never have to turn on your TV. You'll be able to put on your VR headset and turn on the PlayStation VR and the PlayStation 5, and you'll be able to use a cinematic mode to scroll through your PlayStation 5. You can play non PlayStation 5 games. Basically, you can use 4K HDR display that's built inside this PlayStation VR 2 as a television inside your VR headset. The only difference is you can have a biggest screen possible, right, to enjoy your non-VR PlayStation 5 games through a cinema HDR mode. And I think this is pretty cool. And even says right here in the article, the PlayStation VR 2 won't require a TV after it has been set up for the first time. Sony confirmed the fact in a newly published Ultimate Fact for the PlayStation VR 2. Uh, so a TV is required to set up the PlayStation VR 2 unit for the first time. Once you complete the setup, a TV is not required for general PlayStation VR 2 gameplay. Being able to use PlayStation VR 2 without a TV will be hugely convenient for some users. One potential scenario allows players to enjoy PlayStation virtual reality while another member of their household watches TV. This could be a game changer for those who want to game without becoming a burden to others. One PlayStation VR 2 game that new owners will be able to play is Horizon Call of the Mountain, which recently went gold. As for the other upcoming releases, here's the complete list of PlayStation VR 2 launch titles. Alright, so that's pretty cool that you can do that. Pretty cool feature. Again, so many features, right? And I can imagine how many other features are hidden that we haven't unlocked that Sony's not telling us about this PlayStation VR 2. Just like with PlayStation 5, there's so many hidden features that even I didn't know about PlayStation 5 until finally somebody told me. So that's the cool thing about Sony. They have all these little Easter eggs, these little features that are so unique and so convenient. So this basically means that you don't need a television. You just set it up for the first time. All you need is your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation VR headset. Take it with you, put it in another room, and you're good to go, bro. Sit on a couch, sit on a chair, whatever, in your bedroom, and put on a headset, or that's it. Play some games. If you get tired, you can go to your bed and relax and watch some movies or play some PlayStation 5 games. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so on the next news that I have here for you guys is regarding a Palmer Luckey. For those of you who don't know who Palmer Luckey is the original pioneer that pretty much started the Oculus. He's the grandfather of the Oculus. He gave birth to the Oculus. He is the creator of the Oculus, and because of him, it's why the virtual reality is the way it is today. You know, honestly, he's the pioneer of the virtual reality, in my opinion. And look what he said to Shuhei Yoshida. What he said to him, he replied to him on the Twitter. He said that I was blown away. Right here, he said, he said that he was blown away. Hold on. It's right here, actually. It says right here, I was blown away. I was blown away when I used PlayStation VR 2 recently. The first PlayStation VR was arguably the biggest success of the generation. This version will do even better. Now, when you have somebody like Palmer Luckey praising a PlayStation VR 2, then you know that Sony is on the right track. All right? When you have a grandfather of the Oculus, or let's just call him a grandfather of the virtual reality, telling you that he was blown away when he used the PlayStation VR 2 recently. When he gives you that kind of a statement, you know that Sony, it's moving to the right direction when it comes to PlayStation VR 2. This is for all the naysayers out there who are saying that they're not so sure about the price, you know. They're always looking for something to complain about, you know. They're clinging on to something to give you a reason as to why you shouldn't buy a PlayStation VR 2. Don't listen to those naysayers. So that's pretty cool. Also, on another news, we have officially Sony confirms more than 100 PlayStation VR 2 games are currently in development. This is pretty awesome. On top of 30 launch titles that we have, on top of 30 launch titles that we have on February 22nd, meaning there will be 30 PlayStation VR 2 games available on the launch, which is pretty good, man, for a launch day. But on top of that, they're currently working on 100 more PlayStation VR 2 games. So that's a total of 130 games that you're going to be able to access throughout this year for PlayStation VR 2, and many more out there that's going to be coming up from the third parties, obviously, if they choose to do so, if they choose to utilize the VR option. So this is pretty good. So if you are worried about, are there going to be plenty of games to play on the PlayStation VR 2? Yes, there will be. But also keep in mind, guys, something else. Just with PlayStation VR 1, in the beginning, it starts kind of slow. Just like with PlayStation 5. In the beginning, it kind of starts slow. And then it starts picking up. This is a normal standard practice that every company has done, So this is nothing to worry about. Actually, this is pretty amazing, if you ask me. Now we have this many games in development and this many games available. Remember, don't make the same mistake that the Xbox is making. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. This is something that, the Microsoft keep making this mistake. This is why the Oculus and Microsoft are making a mistake, because they're thinking in terms of quantity. I'm thinking in terms of quality, and Sony is thinking in terms of quality. I would rather have 30 quality PlayStation VR 2 games than to have 300 quantity so-so mediocre VR games. Remember, guys, this is why Sony is number one, because Sony is thinking about quality, not quantity. There's a big difference there, and that's why they're so successful, because they're thinking in terms of quality and not quantity. Microsoft is thinking in terms of quantity, giving you some mobile, type games to play on the Game Pass. Same thing with the Oculus, giving you some mobile type games to play, listen, I don't care about the quantity, I care about the quality, and this is why Sony it's winning, because they think in terms of quality. I would rather have 130 quality type PlayStation VR 2 games than to have some, mediocre 1300 mediocre VR games. So there you have it. On the news, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll keep you posted on some more news. I will try to pump out these videos as soon as I find out something else that might be anything regarding PlayStation VR news, PlayStation VR 2 news. You will hear it from me. I will upload the video when I can. You got to remember, this is not my main gig. I do this as a hobby, as a passion. I have a main job that I work. But I will try to pump out these videos as much as I can. There will be a live stream once I get my PlayStation VR 2 ready to go. Once I test and once I make the videos, there will be a live stream, of course, where you're going to be able to interact with me and ask me questions regarding the PlayStation VR 2, and I'll be able to answer those questions to you. So just be patient and keep subscribing, and I'll keep you posted on what I'm doing next. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.